What is up, everybody? It's Brickalier Bricks here again with another 4x501st Battle Pack alternate build. Today we have the ATTE, which I'm really excited to show off. But first I wanted to give a huge shout out to everyone who supported me since I posted my first video about a month ago. As I'm uploading this, we're at almost 1,000 subscribers, which is insane. I never thought I would get that far. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Really appreciate all the support, whether it's subscriptions, comments, likes, even just the views. That's so awesome. Thank you so much. I'm really excited for what I have planned for this channel. I hope you guys are too. And if you're not subscribed, you definitely should, because you don't want to miss out. So hit that sub button, hit the bell. So in case anyone isn't aware, if you haven't seen my gunship video, this is exactly like that. I built this vehicle using only parts from 4 501st Battle Pack sets. There are definitely challenges that come along with that, but in my opinion, that's what makes it fun and unique. So this ATTE is about the same size as the gunship I made. This is the only photo I have of the two together. Unfortunately, I couldn't put the gunship in this video because it's in pieces for my next build, but at some point I will make a video of them together with the side-by-side comparison. Alright, let's just jump into the build then. So starting here at the front, at the business end, we've got those 4 signature ball turret cannons. I wasn't able to use the round gray 3x3 dish piece like I did on the gunship for the ball turret because I was saving those to use at the leg joints, which I'll get to later. But I still was able to achieve the ball turret look with these smaller blue dishes, and they still articulate, still go up and down like they should. Next we have the cockpit area with the driver's seat. There's the driver with some control panels on there, and there's actually room behind him for another minifigure. No translucent pieces in this set that could be really used for a windshield, so he's just kind of there exposed to the elements. Moving on is one of the most important parts of the whole build, the legs. I spent a lot of time on the legs trying to get them to look decent and look accurate while still being able to support the weight of the whole build. This is probably the biggest challenge of the whole thing. Just like on the actual ATTE, the front and back legs are a bit smaller than the middle legs. Here the middle leg is taking most of the weight just because it's a bit stronger. The front and back legs do help support a little bit, but I had to add this little wedge piece in here to help it from not buckling in and pretty much just exploding. That happened to me quite a few times while designing this. The middle legs, as you can see, are not angled. They are just straight up and down and are a lot beefier, which is what allows them to support a lot of the weight. I'm not a huge fan of how they look. I did have a different design that was a lot better looking, but it just kept falling apart. On the other hand, I do really like the look of the front and back legs, so it's kind of like function in the middle, fashion in the front and back. Above the legs are the panels that cover the sides. They're connected to the same submodel that also holds the middle legs. And it's just kind of a assembly of hinge plates and Technic bricks to change the direction of the studs, which was a simple but effective way to achieve those ATT angled sides. Going around the back, we have another 2 ball turret cannons to protect the rear of the walker, just in case any droids decide to get sneaky back there. And of course the back is closed off with these curved slopes to protect the clones inside. So here on top, my favorite area, the turret area. You might be wondering, what is this back here? Well, it's actually another turret I decided to add on there. It's an anti-aircraft turret, in fact. I took some inspiration from, older World War II tanks. Decided to throw that on there. You can take it off if you decide to build this, but I think it looks pretty cool on there. You can go side to side, up and down. You got a clone on there looking out for droid bombers, droid starfighters, etc. And he is not really even protected at all. The other gunner at least has a little bit of a shield around him. But like I said, it's easily removable if you decide you don't like it up there. As far as the main gunner goes, I actually spent a lot of time designing this turret. It was originally 4 or so studs backwards and it just didn't look right. So the day I was uploading this video, I spent about 5 hours just redesigning the whole thing to move it forward to make it look more accurate. But it spins around, whole 360 degrees, up and down, traverse. You got a little bit of a shielded area around the operator, the gunner, and he's got his rangefinder binoculars in there to spot targets. Nice little turret seat for him. So of course this thing does have an interior. Couldn't build it without one. Got a nice assortment of clone troopers in here. in kind of two different sections, the front and the back. Front ones, you can hold 6 troopers. I probably could have crammed a few more in there, but decided just to make it look a bit less crowded this time. And there's some weapon storage in between them, some blasters hanging up there. And then in the back we have another 7 troopers. Jet troopers fit back there fine with all their jetpacks and gear. Lots of room actually. So that's a total of 13 guys, and then back here you can see just barely there's another guy behind the pilot. So with the 2 guys in the cockpit, 13 in the troop area, and then we have the gunner on top, and then the other anti-aircraft guy. That's a total of 17 clones, so not a bad number to fit in this build. And the last thing I'll show here is the bottom side. I'm pretty proud of how this turned out. It's a lot sturdier and a lot less cobbled together than my gunship build. And while there are certainly weak points on this build, such as the legs and certain parts of the side panels, I'm happy to say that the floor here is probably one of the stronger parts, which is always nice to not have to worry about. So that's the ATTE. Yes, I am making instructions. Like I've said before, it's kind of a long process, but I'm shooting for having them out next week. So keep an eye out for that. You can follow me here, follow me on Instagram at BricolierBricks for updates. Anyway, that's all for now. Hope you liked the video, hope you liked the build. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks.